Can you hear me? So I played
Hello?
guy 10. Hello, hello, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
How's it going? So I saw you wanted a Discord one-on-one session. Did you want to play games or just chat or like look over your games? This is
Um,
basically your time, so all for you, whatever you would like. I won't strip, but that's the only thing.
for sure. I'm not too sure as to where I want to get started with, just because I'm not too sure
No
what I
problem.
want. Yeah,
Well, why don't you talk to me about why you looked for coaching in general?
just kind of general tips on how to get better and make use or better use of my practice time, I guess.
Okay. How do you feel like you are now, or like what kind of goals do you have with like Tekken in general? I guess.
Right now it's kind of just be the best as I can and gain a little bit more confidence to play a little bit more online, I guess,
Okay.
instead of just playing offline.
So it sounds like you would like to play more online. Are you talking like tournaments? Are you talking like ranked? What do you see?
Both ranked and I guess tournaments sometime in the future, I guess.
Okay. I guess what do you feel like is stopping you from playing in ranked online right now? Like what is stopping you from just logging on and playing some?
Um, hmm. I guess sometimes the wait times are a little bit long.
Oh,
Um,
dude, I hate that. Yeah.
but I mean that's
Honestly,
everybody.
that's the main reason I don't play online, like outside of tournament. Is just I can't get matches. If I'm playing, unless I'm playing like Devil Jin, which means I'm being a bigot, but unless I'm playing Devil Jin, I can't get matches. Like I have to play a secondary, and sometimes I just want to practice Noctis, and I can't. And so I vibe with that, but it doesn't sound like it's anything like nerves related or something like that.
No, not too much. I mean, aside when I go into like player matches, I just get absolutely demolished just because everybody's way better than I'm supposed to be facing, I guess.
Okay. How long have you played? And is this like your first competitive game?
I wouldn't say it's my first competitive game, but it is like my first fighting game per se.
Okay, what'd you play before?
Before I played a little bit of League and a bunch of Apex.
Okay, I haven't played Apex, but I played way more League than I'd like to admit, so that's totally
Same.
fine. How long you play Tekken?
I mean, I dabbled at it when I was a kid,
Uh huh.
but I can't say that would make anything worth experience. But I played a little bit in Tag 2 just because other friends played it,
Okay.
and I don't know, they kind of just threw me into games with people, and that's really about it. And then I would say 7 is where I decided to start to try and learn the game.
Yeah, for sure. Did you start like right as 7 came out?
Nah, I just started like 3, 4 months ago.
Oh hell yeah. Okay. So 3 or 4 months of taking like frames and stuff like that kind of seriously, stuff like that, but still kind of getting used to everything and learning and things like that.
Correct.
Okay. So I guess are you looking for fastest optimal improvement, like full grind? Are you looking for like, oh, I want to like, get on the right track and kind of explore at my own pace? Like, are you looking for
Kind
uh
of like get on the right track and explore at my own pace.
sure. Yeah, I think that's a healthy way to go about it. I think that optimal improvement is obviously sick, but like sometimes it can be really difficult and kind of like not
Exactly.
fun. Honestly, optimal improvement is not always fun. In fact, I would say it's rarely fun. So, um yeah. So why don't we can just play some matches and then I can talk about what I feel like I'm feeling and what I'm seeing and we can just go from there. Does that sound pretty good?
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Let's just rock a quick first to two. I'll make an open lobby right now. Yeah, so you should be able to search session and just find me in the menu.
Alrighty.
And I treat it as first to twos just because it's like a tournament format, but it's not as serious, obviously. So you can like pick stages. You can like ask me questions. You can ask me to change character. You can change character, whatever you like.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you watch a lot of like pro play or tournament play, or what kind of?
I mean, I do watch stuff on like YouTube,
Okay, yeah.
and then like Twitch stuff is hard, or as far as that goes, not really, because I don't have too much time to
Twitch
really
is hard to
watch.
engage. I honestly don't watch a lot of streams. It's really hard to engage in. I don't blame you there at all.
Yeah.
Shaheen.
But aside from that, not really.
Okay.
Just because I would. Yeah, it's more just like related to time and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I totally get that.
أريد معرفة الحقيقة.
Round 1. Fight. KO. Round 2. Fight.
Like, I feel like when I get juggled and stuff like that, I don't know what to do when I'm supposed to like recover in terms of that.
You mean once you hit the ground after?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so like wake up situations. I'll write that down and we can talk. Wake up situations. Okay. Combo me real quick and see if you like want to handle the situation after.
Yeah.
Like you like launch me with like down forward 2-1 or something.
Come on.
No big deal. I know exactly what you mean. Do you play on stick?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, dude,
I'm kind of trying to get used to it and stuff like that too.
Bro, I miss my corners to this day. You want to see my fucking down forward 1? Is like, yeah. I totally get that. We can keep playing, and then as you notice more things, go ahead, keep pointing it out. Oh yeah, hop kick's fine.
And then I guess punishment and stuff like that too, because yeah, I
Sure,
don't know. Or I wouldn't say I don't know any of them, but
Yeah, I got you with that. Okay. We got punishment, we got wake ups. Go ahead, launch me again and see how you will play. Go ahead, hop kick, and then you can like play with how you want to hit me on wake up. Sorry, I walked. Okay. Sorry.
KO. Round 4. Fight.
So if I launch you, I'll talk about like what I'm thinking about.
all right.
We can just keep playing it out and seeing. How it feels. Oh, nice. Yeah, that shit's dumb. You can jab out of that basically. If somebody's spamming down forward 1 on you, your jab is faster. So if you just hit 1 on block, if you get hit, you can't do anything. But on block, if you block 1, you can jab out of it. Yeah, it would just be like standing jab. There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there we go.
You can also magic 4, just standing 4 on block. So you block the first and magic. Yeah, yeah. and you get a combo off that. Yeah, and then you do the combo of Magic 4 is 4 into standing 3. Yeah, I feel that with like directions coming out when you're not expecting it, stuff like that. So I actually have a good idea. If you want to play again, we can play again. But I actually have good ideas already. If let me know what you prefer. But
I'll listen to the ideas first off,
okay.
and then
Let me. It's in my Twitch chat actually. It's like I have a thing for like beginners. I'm trying to work on, and we'll see if this helps. I'll send you this so you can read along. This is kind of how I put my priority. I'll share my screen with you, by the way.
Okay.
So that you can see me in practice mode. So, my own priority list. I have a mint in my mouth. My own priority list is you already picked a character, so we're chilling. Now, comfort in engine, I would say same with like the stick and things like that, and recovery, and like what does it feel like doing a combo. So like building that up, and that's like a lifelong lesson. Like things will always come up and be kind of new and interesting. But that's kind of what I'd say is the first like approach. Like you need to be comfortable with what you're doing so you can understand what other people are doing, right?
Yeah.
Cool costume. So go. Alright. Now, and you already seem to be doing that. I'm sure you're going in like practice mode, trying combos and stuff like that. So
Yes.
yeah, just. And then I actually, honestly, I don't mind going into treasure battle. And it's not necessarily you're learning PvP there, but my opinion is you'll get a feel for kind of like moving around. The opponent's trying to hit you. You learn to like block things. You'll get hits. You might like, what treasure battle won't teach you is like, Jesus, what is the combo? Oh, it's this. Treasure battle won't teach you like punishment and things like that because the bot will block things. Sorry, won't block things it should sometimes. So I wouldn't use that to determine safety or things like that. But just getting comfortable like doing your combos. I don't even know what really does. You know.
Yeah, I mostly do that. Kind of. And then I sit in practice mode.
Perfect. So, okay. So the first big thing I think is as you're building comfort in the engine, we should build a basic toolkit of what we want to do in Tekken to start to kind of focus on the PvP aspects, right? So the two big things I would like to focus on immediately is punishment, right? So do you have an understanding of how frames work in this game, or do you want to get like a Reader's Digest, or like tell me what you know?
I mean, I get like the super basic like plus and minuses and whatnot, like.
Okay. Yeah, so frame advantage, disadvantage makes sense. Do you know like that like jab is 10 frames and like minus 10 means that's like minus 10 is kind of the basically if I'm saying something you know, just go ahead, like you can interrupt me, that's fine. But minus 10 is kind of where we consider something unsafe, and minus 9 is generally considered safe. As with all things in Tekken, there are like exceptions, but that's kind of the rule of thumb. If something becomes safe or unsafe at minus 10. So basically what this means is that when I want to teach somebody punishment or build punishment, I like to start with the very, very basics that will carry you throughout. So all these words, what does it mean? So the very first thing I want to know, and this is in the checklist I gave you, but I should be sharing my screen, so check this out. All right. The first thing is the I-10 or the 10 frame fast punish. So it's the least rewarding, but it's basically the fastest. So there's more info on this online, but in the case of Ling, I actually just pulled up her info from this Discord I'm in. So let me open up pad. Right. So her I-10 is 1 down 2. So if you're trying to figure out if something is safe or not, I would try 1 down 2. And so, for example, if I'm playing a match and Heihachi does, I don't even know what this, right? I didn't record it. Heihachi does this, right? And I block that. I don't know if it's... Let's pretend I don't have the frame data right in front of me. And I don't know if it's unsafe or not, okay? So I try to hit him after and he blocks it. Okay, so this move isn't working. But what I want you to do basically is with this I-10 punish is now you test, is this punishable by my I-10? Okay, so I hit it. Oh, sorry. You kind of see what I mean? So he's going to do the move. If this were in a real match, it would probably be like, you know, just block and nothing happens. And if I hit him after, I can kind of assume, okay, so this is hitting him after. It must be at least punishable by 10 frames. And it doesn't have to be exact, and it's it's gonna get blocked a lot and stuff like that. The advantage of Ling's 1 down 2 is if it's blocked, you're not gonna get killed for it. Yeah, you're not gonna get killed at all. She's safe. So you get to basically try it for free and not be concerned if somebody's gonna kill you after. And that's a good thing, because then you can learn punishment a little faster, because you can just keep trying it if somebody hits you with it. So for example, Heihachi does this blocks. I'll try the 10 frame punish. Try it again. Okay, so it's not working. And of course there will be some things where, like, say you punish too slowly or whatever, but I would say this is a good rule of thumb to get started. Like, can I hit him with this after I block something he does? And now that you can see it's getting blocked, we can look at more detail. Like, what does the frame data display say? -2. So that's why the 10 frame punish isn't working. Kind of basic, right? But all of this is just to show that I care about you identifying the fastest punish possible, 1 down 2, and what situations it can apply in. And the reason this is important is because in the PvP aspect of Tekken, the most stupid moves in this game are all generally punishable. So if this move weren't punishable, right? Like, if I couldn't punish that, then he has this mid, so unduckable, knockdown, tracking. I don't think I can step it. Let me try this. Maybe you can step it, but I don't think you can. Oh. So it can be stepped, but it has pretty good tracking. Basically, if I couldn't punish that move, he would have access to this really fast mid that knocks me down and can set up wake up situations and makes it difficult, right? So punishment is key to tell the other player that if you try that, you're going to take damage if I block it, right? And from a PvP aspect, that's important for, like, the fear component, the conditioning, the stress, all that, right? So 10 frame punish, essential. And then I actually don't care about any of the in-between. There's other punishes, like Ling has 12 frame punish, 13 frame punish, 14 frame punish. I don't care about any of that because it is very niche, nuanced, and it's a lot of detail. Ultimately, what you need to be able to do, in my opinion, is punish something that's barely safe and then launch something that's very unsafe. Everything in between is just damage optimization or wake-up optimization. Now, Ling has an exception. She has a faster punish than everyone else. Generally, 15 frames is the standardized punish window, or launch punish, right? So most characters can launch 15 frames. So most of the game is balanced around 15 frames, like being -15, being kind of the, like, one of the biggest risks a character can take.
Okay.
So what does Heihachi have that's even launch punishable? Just I don't even know. Should have picked a character here. I'll pick a character I know. Here's a good example. The Giga. Oh, Gigas. Here's a common 1, 1, 2. His 10 frame punish. But if he messes up, you can see that he's -17, right?
Yeah.
So that means you're guaranteed the down forward 2-1 punish. So the 2 punishes I care about you learning are Jesus. The 2 punishes I care about you learning from standing are 1 down 2, which is your 10 frame, and then your down forward 2-1. Basically, what you can do is if somebody does this big, like, move that looks like it has a lot of, like, recovery and there's, like, it's kind of sitting there and can't really block, go ahead and try down forward 2-1. You know, try it out, see if you get a launch. If you get a launch, maybe he just wasn't blocking. Maybe he was. And either way, people will start telling you, oh, well, that's not launch. Oh, this is launch. When people tell you that, you know exactly which move to go for. This one. And then if they say it's jab punishable, you have 1 down 2. So those 2 punishes will give you kind of the toolkit for if somebody's talking to you, trying to give you an explanation. You're like, oh, he says it's launch. I know exactly what to do, right? Oh, he says it's jab. I know exactly what to do. You don't have to go look up the frames and stuff like that. Although I do recommend that eventually. This is kind of like the very basics of punishment. Can you launch it? Can you not? Can you jab punish it? Can you not?
Okay.
Make sense so far?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Let me know if this is too basic or anything, because I can move faster. I just want to make sure that I'm not, you know, half-assing any explanation.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. And stop me if anything's unclear. Like, I don't want to keep talking if it's not making sense. So, back to the notepad, we have... 1 down 2. RDS is her back turn stance. I wouldn't sweat too much about that, but you can... this is just extra detail that'll be helpful. And then I-15 is... down forward to 2-1. You have to, I think you already did it a few times, but you have to drum the 2-1 more quickly.
Yeah.
To get that versus like if you just do it. Fun fact, Ling Xiaoyu has access to a 14 frame punish. This is generally seen as pretty privileged because it's like some moves that are pretty good but not insanely good will be 14 frame punishable. So she can get a launch off of that, which is for her is crazy because that means she gets the wall, she gets her crazy mix-ups after. So that's a good thing to note.
Okay.
I'll leave that as like a side note, but I want you to focus on the down forward 2-1 and the 1 down 2. Is an I-14 punish. Okay. So this is, and I'll send this to you, of course. This is standing punishment. Okay, and then, obviously, we can block lows also, right? Luckily, her low punishment is very straightforward as well. So, what is this? Okay, cool. So, the big things for Ling... Oh, this is interesting. The quickest one is easy. So, most lows in this game... are minus... lows are the same thing. So a minus 10 low can be punished with a jab, although Gigas seems to push back a lot, right? But generally, characters have an 11 frame while standing punish, where you transition from the crouching state to the standing state and then hit a button, right?
Oh, I can't see your screen.
Sorry.
Still on the
Thanks.
notepad.
So, most characters have an 11 frame while standing punish. While standing being when you are ducking, you release to stand, and you do something during that transition period. That transition period, if you don't know, is treated as a stance. So if you were to stand up and then press 4, it's different from while you're standing up, press 4, right? As you release down back. I'm sure you know this, but that's a kind of a interesting detail in how you can, because sometimes you can punish by just standing up and then doing a punish versus doing it while you're transitioning. So Ling's is easy. Her while standing one. This is while standing. I-11 is standing 4. Simple. And hers is really good. It knocks down, it pushes back. It's really, really sick. If they don't tech, you can actually combo off it, which is hilarious. So, and if they do tech, then you have time to mix them up after. Kind of crazy. So, really, really good. So this is all you need. Now, if somebody does a stagger low, like, let's see, Gigas does... Is this a stagger low? I don't know.
Can't see this screen again.
Yeah, sorry. Thanks. You'll have to keep reminding me. So, right. Ling's while standing punishment is weird. Unlike other characters, she doesn't have like a 15 frame while standing punish. Her while standing launch punish, I should say. If she does while standing 2, it doesn't launch. Instead, you have to hold it down, and then it takes 22 frames. So it's actually too slow. The best punish she has for while standing that's quick is her hop kick. That's a little hard on a stick and like first learning because you have to go from down back to up forward. You can kind of see the inputs I'm doing. That's like a kind of a big transition. So that's the fastest option and is good to learn. But honestly, for now, I would say don't worry about that. Kind of like the I-14 punish with standing 3. That can be developed later. I think you can, let's see, up, forward, 3. This is her hopkick. So I'm going to add this as a side note, but just so you know, she does have access to a decently fast, it's a little slower than most characters would want by 1 frame. But this is a good thing for you to work on later once you feel more comfortable with punishment in general.
Okay.
Her launch punish is I-22, which is a little slow, but is going to be used when you see an opponent stagger. So the best example is our good friend. You know, all the snake edges and like these really crazy lows that launch, but are also super punishable.
I haven't ran into too many Brians, so...
Okay, well, this move, if you run into Brian, is going to be a nightmare. So if you block it, he staggers, like he stops spinning. You don't block it, he gets a full combo. You can't really sidestep it because it's homing, no matter what you do. So you're forced to block it. Luckily, at 29 frames startup, it's reactable on paper. I still get hit by it, which feels really bad. But on paper, this is worth practicing reacting to.
Okay.
And this is, when you see them stagger like that, that's when you'll go for this punish. Where you do while standing 2 and hold down the 2. And then she gets this big launch into a combo. Like that.
Okay.
Right? So Brian has that stagger low. You know, Mishima Hell Sweeps will be like that too. So if you're against the Kazuya, and he will use this move, that's a guarantee. Brian's snake edges are less frequent as you continue to get better and better. Some people still do it, but it does get rarer and rarer. On the other hand, a Mishima like Kazuya will always be doing the Hell Sweep because it's such a good move. And if you block it, you see he staggers like that, right?
Yeah.
So he's minus 23, so the window's really tight because your while standing 2 is 22 frames. So you have like 1 frame leniency. But basically, it's good practice for getting this while standing punish.
Okay.
Right? So if you see them stagger, you do that. If you don't see them stagger, you just do while standing 4.
Okay.
Alright, so I just added I-11 while standing 4, stagger punish, I-22 while standing 2 hold. Hopefully that makes sense. If you forget or something, feel free to DM me and ask. And then if somebody asks you, like, launch that with up forward 3, you can explain to them, like, oh, I'm just working on punishment, but yeah, up forward 3 I can do. Because people will probably tell you, like, oh, why aren't you launching that? And it's fine to work on that as well. I just generally like to make it, like, as piecemeal as possible and kind of, like, understandable in, like, small doses. So we have 2 punishes for standing, your jab punish, your launch punish. And then we have 2 for while standing, your quick one and then your launch one. I know that's kind of like not the standardized terminology or anything, but that's how I like to divide it up. And luckily, that only leaves us with 2 combos we need, because a combo will generally only come off a launch. So we just need 1 combo off this. I don't know the optimal combo off this, but with just 1 combo for this. Probably like that or something. And then 1 combo off this. And then the rest is all just poking and neutral and movement and stuff like that. If you want to learn new combos because you're having fun with that, go ham, like have fun with that. But those are the only 2 combos I really care to see like optimized or whatever, or like kind of developed. So let me write down quick combos that can be done. I'm just looking at this Ling guide I found. All right, while standing 2 hold. We only give 1 combo, so we'll do this combo. And if you end up needing simpler ones or something, let me know. Should be fine either way. But yeah, so let me go. Combos. Then we need one for... it's worth getting one for Rage Drive. Her Rage Drive is really good. That's like one of the craziest things. I'll give you the standing 3 combo just because it'll probably come up as pretty relevant. So I'll label these like extras.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to emphasize, like, I'm giving you piecemeal things just so it's easier to find things to focus on. If anything piques your interest, like you're having fun, exploring certain combos, exploring certain setups, go ham with it. Like, you said you want to just kind of get in the right track. These will give you good, like, kind of anchor points to focus on, but go ham with whatever catches your interest.
Okay. Yeah.
Down 4-2-1. Oh, here's the combo I wanted. All right, so your two main combos are down 4-2-1. I'll do them here just so you can see it, since I know sometimes it's kind of annoying. Visual example, see, down 4-2-1, down 2. Yeah, okay, is that it? Is that the combo? Wait, hold up. There's more. What is he? Why is there more? I'm confused. Down 4-2-1. Down 4-2-1. Oh, it must be if you hit the wall when you do that. Okay. That makes sense. That's why there's a different damage. Let me try this. Oh, okay, I see. So that's like a wake-up trap or something. I just want to make sure I'm not giving you something wrong.
No problem.
There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'll take out this last part. This is a different ender. The notation was not very clear. This is just a little extra info, not too essential. I give you the alternate ender. I'll just put that down here. Now let's see. I gave you standing 3. I gave you this. Okay, let's go back to my list. So we have get comfortable in engine, which you're already working on. Basic toolkit. I-10 punish, launch punish while standing, launch punish. Only combos needed for B and D. Yeah, and then I recommend, if you're not already, watching Ling players and just kind of seeing what moves they do in like neutral. Like, what are they kind of just like opening with? What are they kind of moving around with? You'll probably see a lot of Lings do things like just this in the open, just kind of keep out. And usually it transitions into this combo. So I think I should probably make that a bit more obvious. But this is a counter hit launcher, so. Right, so let me make that combo one of the staples. I'll call this. And maybe you could do this off this too. Oh, nice. Okay. So we're going to do this combo for everything. It's not optimal damage, but this combo will give you good fundamental combo for doing everything. Basically, all of her stuff kind of works off of that. Let me, 1 sec. I'm going to call this the down forward 2 optimal combo. Not that. It is this. But I'm giving you this easier combo, not because I think you can't handle it, but because it's actually, it ties into a lot of her combos for everything else.
Okay.
So basically, with this combo, the forward 4-3, back turn down 3-4, and then dash up that ender, you can do that off everything. So this is what it looks like off of down forward 2-1. Oops. Like that. So 56 damage. It's not max damage, but you get a lot of options. The reason why that's a good combo is because you can do it off this too. Oops, sorry. Yeah, so dash up means you have to cancel your run, which is a skill also. So that's what the combo looks like off that. Same combo off of this. Oops, that's hard. Same combo off of, let's see, standing 3, off of up forward 4. Oh, off of forward 4, normal hit. Great. So you have one combo for 3 different launchers. That's high value. We like that.
Nice.
If you get this, again, not optimal, but you can do the same combo. So. And people are gonna like criticize you for that. They're gonna be like, "Why aren't you doing a better combo?" It's like, you know, you can learn a better combo if you like. You also have just this kind of simple fallback that lets you build like a really good muscle memory. Let's see, what is the combo they gave you here? It's crazy. This is the while standing 2 combo here. This will seem probably a bit harder, and you'll probably get less practice runs of it because people don't do as many launch punishable lows, but let's try this. While standing 2. That's kind of a whack combo. Let's see if there's an easier one. And I'll give you the link to this guide too, in case you want to like read through, give it like some of the combos, want to try them out. But I'm trying to see if I can find something straightforward. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll just do that. Oh, standing 2 is 4. Okay. And then I'm just saying this same combo works for does it work for Magic 4? Let me see. It doesn't work for that. Okay. For standing 3, counter hit 4, forward 4. P1 plus 2. Or basically, this combo works for almost everything. Let me see. Maybe I'm gonna try Magic 4. No, it doesn't work for that, but that's pretty much fine. Okay. Yes. So that is most of her like punishment game, right? So like your punishes, your while standing punishes, your primary combos. Luckily, she has one that does like everything, and this is what it works for. Your while standing combo, and then a few extra notes if you want to go into like optimal stuff, right? And then I linked you the guide here. Now let's see, what else should we go to? I talk about the basic movement stuff, which you probably might have seen before, but I wouldn't worry too much about sidestepping. I think sidestepping is easier once you understand frames, understand kind of like what other characters' game plans are, and then you can build that sidestep as a countermeasure rather than as a default thing. Because if you use it as a default thing, I have some people who do that, and then you just get clipped constantly, and it's just frustrating. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
So I pretty much played Tekken for most of my Tag 2 and Season 1 as just 2D. I literally just backdashed and ran forward. So I think that's fine, honestly. I think it's useful to learn Korean backdash. And yeah, so once you have watched Ling players and try and like seen what moves they're using, have like a few like in your toolbox to use. I listed a few here that you can look for. And then you practice some movement, get comfortable with your combos and punishes, then you just gotta play. So there's like gonna be a lot of losing, a lot of you know, matchups, a lot of crazy things, a lot of setups, but it sounds like you're still feeling like, you know, pretty excited to learn and stuff, and that's honestly fantastic. So I think that's a good place to start. I know it's a lot of info. So before I go any more, do you have any questions or like things that seem interesting or stuff you want to go deeper into or anything in general?
I think that basically covers everything that
Okay.
I feel like I wanted to know.
Okay, yeah, no,
It
fantastic.
definitely is a lot of information at one time, but
Yes, no, it's a lot, and I'd rather not dump so much info, but I feel like at least now you have a lot to work with rather than having to constantly come back and be like, oh, what's this, or like, what do I do next? What do I do next? At least you kind of have like a flow chart of things to go for. So I think that
yeah.
is a good setup. I don't want to like overwhelm you with more info. Do you want to maybe play some games and I can watch? Do you want me to play with you more? What do you think what would you enjoy more, I guess?
I can play one game and then have you watch, and then we can play one, I guess.
Sure, yeah. I'll just watch you play some, and then we can the
Okay.
opposite after. So if you can you share your screen? Is it gonna
Yeah.
lag or is it fine? Okay.
Let me see real quick. It shouldn't lag.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Okay. And if you don't find any matches quick enough, we can just go ahead and play. I don't mind.
New challenger.
Oh,
But
perfect. God bless. I would just play it. I would just play it. Play whatever
yeah,
comes, and like at this point, exposure is gonna be so important over like any kind of ranked wins or losses or like stuff like that, I think. Basically, a lot of Tekken is just seeing everything as many times as possible because, oh boy.
yay.
All
It's
right.
the other person I like to play.
Oh, okay, good, good, good. She's awful to play against, but playing as her is really fun.
Yeah, she's very awful to play against.
Okay. Easy. Fight.
Ah, yes. Just hit me from across the screen, why don't you?
Oh, this is how it's gonna be, huh? Okay. Nice. Honestly, against Kunai, I don't sidestep. I just block. Because you get a 10 frame punish right after. This is a perfect chance to try that 1 down 2. Yeah, exactly. As soon as you block Kunai, just 1 down 2. She's gonna throw it. So you just have to tap forward and try to block right away. Gonna be annoying and boring, but if you can nail the block, you get a punish every time. But I wouldn't sidestep. I would just honestly just block it because she's gonna throw it.
It's honestly more instinct of me just sidestepping it
Yeah.
because I don't know why.
It feels safer, but honestly, you get way more out of just blocking. Okay, this person is a good test dummy. Everything she does is punishable. So just block. I promise, just block. And 1 down 2, everything once after you block it. And if you feel like comboing her, that's fine too. But 1 down 2 is gonna beat everything she does after you block it. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, keep her out too. Just watch out for the knife, because that's kind of like the ultimate gap closer.
Uh,
Yeah, try your best to just block what she's doing. It's gonna be boring as fuck, but it's like you're gonna smoke her with just that, because she's just trying to get you to stop blocking and then hop kick you or throw the knife.
Wow. Nice delay. I can't understand the fucking fight.
Lovely.
I promise, if you hold back, she'll just run into you. There we go. And then as soon as you block it, just 1 down 2. Yes. So the range is a bit awkward. Sometimes that's really annoying. Yep. Yep. There it is. 1 down 2. As soon as you block it. Ah, damn. So I think it's coming out a bit late, which is why you're getting the down back 2, down back 2. But basically, yeah, the moment the knife hits your block and she teleports in, you can start swinging. And it makes a, you just get a instant punish. I would play her again, play her again. If she accepts. If not, we'll go ahead and play and I can kind of help you drill out that punishment. I think this is going to be really good. And it's going to be really, it's going to make a big difference in how. No problem. Let's hop into our game. Give me good shit to work with. All right. So, what characters do you feel like you run into the most online?
Mostly, it's just those Mishima Smurfs.
That is obnoxious.
Yeah.
I made an open lobby. Go ahead. I'll share my screen. Moment, I guess, but. Okay. So, sorry, I just made it. I didn't make it. My bad. I have to refresh it.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
I'm gonna pick Kuni again, and I'm gonna kind of do the same thing she did. I'm gonna help you get through that, and then try and translate it to what other characters are doing.
Okay.
So basically, if somebody is only doing unsafe stuff against you, you can kill them just by punishing it. If somebody's playing a bit different, like with more pressure, more offense, more other stuff, then you get like access to that fun stuff like the keep out and like combos and stuff. But Kuni is one of the characters that basic punishment is so important because if you try to challenge her moves, she just outright beats you, and it's really silly because like you can't beat the like speed of the knife. Like you counter hit her maybe 1 time out of like 10 million.
Yep.
her double hop knee goes over your lows. So basically, I'm gonna throw the dagger at you, and you just got a 1 down 2.
Wait.
Sorry, I messed up. That's on me. What might be happening is you might be hitting the 1 too soon. Try spamming the 1 until you see the jab come out, and then hit the down 2.
That's not what I meant to do. Why does it do everything else except for what I wanted to do? You know?
Give me a 1 down 2 in the open. It's probably the block buffering system. Oh, I think you're doing 2-1. 1 down 2. Yeah, and then it's kind of fast. It strings together kind of quickly.
Round 2.
Yeah, Ling has some interesting things with like how it interacts with the engine. Go ahead, try it. 1 down 2 in the open. No big deal.
Why?
We're chilling, no big deal. Especially on stick, this stuff can be really weird at first. So what might be happening, I think, is you might be getting the inputs too fast. So give me just 1, 1, 1. Now replace the second one with down 2. So 1, down 2, and then yeah. Okay. So that's a bit too slow. But now kind of squeeze it together a bit. So 1 down 2.
Now it turns into something, but
Right? So it's like kind of like nailing the precision, right? Because if you're getting something with the 1, that means the direction came too soon. But if you're getting something with, right? Does that kind of make sense? Like the 1 should always be the little finger jab she does. Right, that should always happen. And then you hit down 2 right after that. But if you hit the down too soon, then you get that the palm push,
Round
right?
3. Fight.
No big deal. But try the direction just a bit later. So you're getting the down 2. We just need the 1. No worries. Give me a 1-2, 1-2. Here, I'll just do damage so that we stay in this mode. Okay, give me a 1-2, 1-2. Yeah. Yep. 1-2. 1-2. How else? What other thing has a similar timing? I'm trying to think what else has a similar timing.
Time up. Round 4.
Okay, just 1-2 and then
Fight.
1-2, 1. So 1-2. Yeah, that's 1-2, 1. Now just 1-2. Now 1-2, 1. Nice. And then just 1-2. Okay. Now, when... Let's see. I'm trying to visualize it. I might have to pick Ling the next round. But basically, you want to do it so... your left hand and the right hand on the 2 come down at the same time. Right? So you actually have a lot of time. The input can be done pretty slowly. So try doing it a bit slower. Yeah. So if you get just the standing jab, that's fine. Try 1 down 2 again. Okay, so we're getting down 1. I have a good idea. Okay. So we'll go into practice mode after this. This will help. The input display will help a lot. Perfect. No big deal. This helps me. This helps me a lot, honestly. Can you share your screen with me again if you're not already?
Yeah. I'll share it.
Yeah. So share your screen with me, and then go into practice mode, and this will help us nail down that timing. And then I'll go into practice mode as well, and do it alongside you.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
Go ahead, pick Ling, go to practice mode, and let me know when you're in there and share your screen. Oh, you are sharing. My bad. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, just set him to stand, and then standing guard for this, or guard all for the second one. Nice. And that's pretty much all you need. Yeah, that should be good.
I do have it
Oh,
on.
yeah, okay, sweet.
Oh,
I don't know how that happened. Spooky ghost.
what the heck?
Alright, so try the 1 down 2 for me. Oh, that was perfect. Do it again.
Yeah, of course it works.
I mean, lag is a very legitimate reason why it might not work, but try again. Okay, okay. 1 down 2. So let's look at the input display. You see how you're getting just the 2 first?
Yeah.
Try just like intentionally just the 1 and then spam the 2. But you have to get the 1 out. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. When you hit the 1, literally don't have your hand on the stick. And then when you hit the 2, bring your fingers down and hit the top of the ball. You're on a ball top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just don't touch it when you hit the 1, and then hit the 2 and yank it down at the same time.
Oh.
Beautiful. Yeah. Do it again. Perfect. One more time. Sick. Now do it a bit faster. Yes, yes. Make sure you're hitting Heihachi, yeah, because you want to see if he blocks it or not. That lets you know if you're doing it optimally or not. If he blocks it, then you know it's not a real punish. Okay, so pause real quick. You see the very left... Oh, no, not literally pause.
Oh.
I just meant... You see the left-hand input? You got a down, forward 1. So
Yeah.
what's happening, I think, is when you're trying to hit a string of buttons and an input together, you're getting the direction and the direction earlier than the attack button, right? So yeah, a good mental drill is for 1 down 2, just literally releasing the ball and not touching it until you need to hit the 2 and then yanking it down. And even though that might mentally feel late, for some reason your left hand will just be earlier and it'll work, I think.
Okay.
So try that a few more times. 1 down 2. That was fine. You just let go of the down so that the 2 didn't get the down. Perfect. Yeah. So when you yank down to hit the 2, you can keep holding it down to make sure it comes out. You don't have to let go right away. There we go. Beautiful. And go ahead, hit Heihachi, because that makes it... This is your punish, so you want it to... That does 2 things. It lets us see what it's like when we make contact, like how different it feels. And you can see whether it's a punish or not, because if he blocks the second hit, then it's not a punish. So go ahead, go ahead, keep drilling it. Just like go ham on 1 down 2s. You basically want it to be like at the drop of a hat, you can do this. Do you see how we blocked the second hit?
Yeah.
That means the 2 came too slow.
Okay.
Because her 1 down 2 is delayable, but for the punish, we don't want to delay it. We just want to go.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it's okay for it to happen for now. We're just moving towards it, right? Yeah, beautiful. And the input display just lets you see how you're messing up. So go ahead, do a 1 down 2. Perfect. And then you can see that if you do something during the 1, okay, well, my left hand just needs to be a bit later. And then you can also try and practice precision. Like you're seeing how you're getting down back on some of your 2s. It's not affecting your input, but it's something you can refine as you keep going and clean it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we try one of the combos I gave you just off of down forward 2-1. So let me see. Okay, so the down forward 2-1 combo is forward forward 3, and then down 3-4 from that back turn stance it leaves you in, and then you have to run up and then tap back and then hit forward 3-1 1+2.
Oh god, running and then tapping back.
Yeah, it's gonna stretch your hands, but it's gonna be so good for you, I promise. So, if you want to just practice combos, I generally do it on infinite, unless you're fine just hitting the reset button over here. What stick do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
Just a Razer Aatrox.
Oh, shit, that's a good one, dude. The Razors. Oh, my God. Those are, like, hella discontinued. Those are really good. So, yeah, it might be inconvenient to hit select over and over again. If that gets frustrating, just go to infinite. But, honestly, yeah, I would just keep grinding out that combo. So I'll show you again what it looks like. Am I sharing my screen? I'm not. Let me share mine real quick. And let me just show you what this combo looks like. Can you see it?
Not yet. Oh,
Okay,
wait, no,
let
I'm
me
looking
know.
at my own screen. Never mind. That
Okay.
probably help.
Let me know when you can see.
Wait.
Oh, it just went away, huh? No, did it? Oh, no, you can see. Okay. Grabbed my ball top lever just so I can show you what it would look like too. I don't know how you hold your lever. There's a few options.
Personally, for me, I put the ball between, like, my ring finger and my pinky finger.
Let's go, the Daigo grip. That's what I do. Okay, so yeah, so this is my preferred grip as well. So I'll just show you kind of like what movement looks like. This will give you something to work with as well. We have a couple minutes left, so this will be a good way to close out, I think. And as always, my DMs are open, so please like hit me with any questions. Anyways, this is what movement looks like. So Korean backdash will look like this on the... Let me actually increase my hand size. Aired. So you have the inputs below, you can see, and then we're just going to do... This is what a clean backdash. Very minimal movement. And you'll notice that I try to keep Xiaoyu ducking as little as possible, because it's really annoying getting hit by a mid while you're trying to backdash. Right? This is what dash blocking will look like. This is how you would have to play against a Kuni who's throwing the knife like that. Sidestepping is fine too, but in reality, she doesn't get punished if you sidestep. But if you dash block well, that'll get her, right? This is what a backdash looks like. Dash blocking looks like. Okay, and that's player 1, so I'll go to player 2 side. And then this is the player 2 backdash is a piece of work. I don't even know if I can do it. Really? Crazy. That's sick, honestly. So my player 2 backdash would need a lot of work on a Japanese lever. I honestly switched to a Korean lever because I was so frustrated with the player 2 backdash on a Japanese lever. Because the Japanese? Yeah, you might like Korean levers then because the tensions are easier to scale up without being overwhelming. Whereas if you up the spring on a Japanese lever, it can get really heavy to just basically move around, even though you just want a better snapback. So that's how I felt about the Japanese lever too. So that's why I went to Korean. You might end up switching, but I wouldn't sweat too much unless you like really feel like exploring. Jesus, this is hard. Yeah, so if you were to stay on Japanese lever, definitely practice it. Jesus, this is so ugly, bro. Be faster. Yeah. Anyways, that's a rough thing. And then dash blocking. Side stepping, I do like this. And it looks good. And then I'll do the combos one time on each side, okay? Japanese. Great. Okay. So this is your... This is what it looks like when I do the 10 frame punish. If you keep holding down, by the way, she faces forward again. Sometimes that's relevant, generally. Because sometimes you can just mix up right after, you know? Anyways, so this is what it looks like when I do that, and that's going to be the same on player 1 and 2. The punish looks like this. Let me look at the combo again. Okay. Oh, cool. So if you don't already have a button mapped for 1+2, I recommend mapping this to 1+2 and this to 3+4. And for her ender... Oh, go ahead. Oh, okay. Might be worth replacing. Okay. Okay, well, at least you have the top one. Map this top one to 1+2 because for this combo ender, you can do forward 3 and then just mash this. And it gives you the combo that would normally require 1, 3, 1, 1+2. So that's like a little trick to make it easier. Okay. There you have that combo. The while standing 2 combo looks like this. Oops, not like that. Nope, that's not what it looks like either. Like that, right? And then again, if you find more optimal combos, feel free to explore them. This is just kind of a primer. I'll do it on the other side as well. Let's see, down 4, 2, 1. Sorry. Okay, and then the while standing 2, 1. Right? And that will set you up. These combos kind of require you to do like dash blocks in them. Not necessarily to block, but just to stop your dash. Or stop your run so that you can get a clean forward input. Yeah, I think that's a good primer. I know I dumped a lot on you. Do you have any last questions before? I'll upload this VOD to YouTube, by the way. I'll keep it unlisted unless you want it public. So you can look back at it. Okay. I might eventually make a beginner video based on this. This was actually really helpful for me, so I hope it was helpful for you. But, great. I can't fucking back down. This is making me upset. I'm like, please. Anyways, yeah, if you don't have any other questions, I guess that's all I have. You're always welcome to DM me with more, like, oh, I'm struggling with this. I can't get this 1 down 2 to come out in a game. Like, you know, hit me up with any of those. I really don't mind. In my Discord, some people like to respond aggressively, but it's generally a really like chill space. Like if you need help or something, like hit us up. We're super here to help. So there we go. Let's go. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of the night, but yeah, let me know in like stick questions, etc. Just let me know, man. I'm happy to help. Yep. Thanks so much. This was great. I had a really good time. I hope it was helpful. Yeah, I think they're opening like a testimonial feature. So if you're actually able to do that, if that's something that you feel like doing, that would help me a lot. Otherwise, yeah, dude, have a good one. Thanks again. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Bye.